basically we have imported pyplot class from matplotlib package, okay, and we have given an alias name called plt, and then an x and y axis has been given. So x has these years, right? 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023. And then here I've given some, some values. Maybe we may mean this as a sales or something, right? So now y-axis has been given. Then when I'm going to plot is plt dot plot x comma y. This will plot the graph and then show, right? So now it will show the year as in x-axis, right? Year is coming over here, and these units are coming over here. So this is how we can create a chart in Matplotlib. Okay. Now we can add more parameters to it. Now, for example, I can give here uh, I can give a title, plt dot title. I can give sales trend. Okay. Once I give a title sales trend, and then if you see this particular graph top, you see there's a title has been given for this particular chart. So sales trend has been displayed, which is the title of this chart. Okay. Now similarly we can give x and y labels, right? So I can give here you know x label. So plt dot x label, I can give here as uh, here, and then we can give y label also as units. Now title is given, x label has been given, y label has been given. Now if you see here in the chart, title is sales trend. In the y label you have units, and then the x label you have year. Okay, so like this, title and labels can be added. All right. And then moving ahead, we can, let's say, excuse me, and let's say I want to have give more things. Like for example, if I want to change some of this, you know, like for example, I want to show a grid line or something there. I can just give plt dot grid. Let's give plt dot grid. The grid over here, then what will happen? The chart will be showing in that particular grid format. Like that means you just give true. And if I give true, grid true, so now what will happen? There's a grid line. You see that there is a grid line over here. So chart is coming on a grid line, and then I can give. Okay. Now I give color equals R, that means the line of the grid line has been changed. The color of the grid line has been changed to red. Okay, that is the functionality of a grid. A grid can be given, and then we can give more attributes. Like for example, I want to save this particular chart. Okay, so just give plt dot save fig. Okay, I give save fig, and this gives sales dot png. So what will happen? This chart will be saved as an image file called sales dot png. So I run this. Okay, this is a chart which got created. Now see here on the left, I should have a file called sales dot png. Let's see. See here, sales.png got created. That way I can go to that folder and show to you guys. And so it is in my class folder. So this is what I created, sales.png, right? This is the image file. If I double click, and this is what we created. Okay. So using our Python program, we have created an image. Okay. And that image has a graph or a chart that we specified. So that is the power of this particular module, that you can create charts like this and also save in a file. That is the advantage of giving save fig. Okay, and it will show store in that particular folder. So these are the basic parameters. Okay, let's say I want to have uh, let's say one more trend. Okay, so now x is there, y is there, I'm giving z equals, I'm giving one more line. Let's say I'm giving 34, 6, 11, 4. Okay. So now x-axis is there, then y there is a number, z there is a number. If I want to plot another line, just give plt dot plot x comma z. Now what will happen? We'll get two lines. Okay, one will be y, second will be z, and both will be on x-axis. Now let's see. Now I see I'm getting two lines here. Okay, one line is this, other line is this. Okay, there are two items. Got it? Now this grid line I can just, okay. And this R stands for red. There are few colors here. Like if I give K, this you can research. I can give you list. There's some parameter we have given. You can give here color names also. If I give color equals K, this is going to be in a black. Okay, the grid line is black, and then these are the two lines. Got it? Now, these are the trend, sales trend for two items. Now, if you want to make it more clear that the let's say these are the sales trend of two different cars. Okay. Now we need to mention which car is which axis, right? So for that we take the help of something called legend. Okay. So I can give here PLT legend, PLT dot legend, and then it should be as a list. So I give here, let's say Toyota, and then I give Maruti. First will be considered as Toyota and second will be Maruti. So now if I run this, see here you're seeing the legend. See the legend is here. The blue line is indicating Toyota and the red line is indicating Maruti. So this is a trend for these two cars in these years, right? Uh, Now let's explore further. There are a few more things we can do. So when we plot it, right? So I gave here plot. In this, I can give line style equals dotted. Now what will happen is the first one. You see, this first one is become a dotted line. See. So if you want a dotted line, just give the line style as dotted. This also I want give line style equals. Okay, so now both the lines are acting as dotted lines. You see, both are dotted. All right. Now, next we can also give line width. Line width equals 2 if I give. Now, what is happening is the width of a line will increase. It has become 2. So let me give more bigger one. Let me give 5. I'm giving 5. See, one of the line, the width is increased to the 5 pixels. See. So like this, we can change the width of the line as well, right? So similarly, if I want to give width here also, I can just give width to both the lines, and both the lines will be appearing in this order. Okay. Now, if I remove this, I give dashed. It is coming in a dashed format. It's not dotted. It is dashed style. Okay, the style of the line is a dashed one. So like that, we can change the style, okay, of the line. And let's say if I'm not giving this, it will come in a standard format. I'm not giving line style. Now it will come in a standard format of the line. Okay. So this is how we change the line. And if I remove the line width also, it will come in a different format. Here you go. Right. And now some more features, like you can also give instead of giving this you know now this axis that we have given, so like we have given, let's say if I want the grid, right? So if I give here grid, so plt dot grid, correct? So then grid is coming like this, right? Both horizontal vertical grid is coming. And if I give grid axis equals, you know x, now what will happen is, now it is going to show only x-axis grid. See, y-axis grid is not appearing over here. Okay, so like that we can change. If you want a specific grid, we can mention the grid name, or if you are not mentioning, you just simply saying true, that means both horizontal and vertical grid will appear. Both will appear. Right. Now there are more items. For example, I can also give marker. That means if I give here in this plot, right, giving plot x comma y, if I give here marker equals O, okay, then what will happen is these edges, you see there is a circle. You see these circles are coming because I gave marker equals O. Got it? So similarly here also, if I give marker equals O, then we should be getting that marker on both the lines. See, both the lines marker is appearing. Got it? In a perfect, wherever it is, it is merging, we can display, we can see the marker over there. Now, in addition to marker, I can also mention like ms equals, let's say if I am giving 5, now what will happen is the size of the marker has been changed to 5. Let me give a bigger number. See, the size of this marker has been changed to 10 pixels, is bigger. See, the circle has been increased compared to other one. The other one is the default one. So if you want on both the lines, if I need the marker size, change the size, then just give ms marker size equals 10. Both the marker size has been increased. Okay, and similarly we have here mec equals, if I give r. Now what happens is mec is nothing but the edge color. Of this circle is red. Okay, I've changed it to red, and only for this particular line. first one, right? Second one, if I want to give a different one, I can give MEC, it is marker edge color. I can make it something else, I can make it B. Now this is going to be blue. This one is blue, this one is red. That is the edge of that, not the marker color, but the edge color. Got it? See here how it is appearing. Now, in addition, if I give here MFC equals, let's say I'm giving K. Okay. Now what happens is the face color of this marker has become black. K stands for black here. So it has become black. See, the marker is black, but the edge is red. Got it? Now, similarly, for this also, I can give C, which stands for marker face color, and if I give K, here also it is changing. Okay. Now here I can give, let's say, uh, pink. See the pink I can give the human normal color names also. So this marker has been changed to pink. Understood? So like this, you can give the color names and uh, change the style of the chart. So marker color has been changed, the edge color has was changed, the face color has been changed, marker size was given different, and the type of marker also is given different. And for grid also, we can give axis equals x. If I gave, then only x axis is coming, right? So for that also, we can change the style. So if I give like this, what will happen is the style of the grid has been changed to this dash dash, right? Whatever I've given, right? So like that, we can change it, and color also we can give, line style we can give, and line width also we can mention. So if I give line width equals, zero point 0.5, now the width of the line will change to zero point 0.5, right? If you want to increase it, let me increase. See, the grid line has been, the size has been increased, color has been given, and the style also has been given. We can mention the font for these, right? When I run this program, so now we are getting what the sales trend is there, right? Title of the chart is here, and then this is the X label, this is Y label, this is the X label, right? So if you want to change that, what we can do, we can create a dictionary for the font. That is here, if you see, like we can give font dictionary. That means font one, if I give like this, okay. Now all this attribute like font, I can give what name I want to give. Like for example, here I've used font here, family is there, font family, color and size, correct? So now for that, okay, I can give family and then say Arial, and then comma, give the other object. Let's say I'm giving here called size, and then we can give color as, let's say, red. We give these parameters, right? This particular dictionary has been defined: font, family, size, and color. Correct. Now, if I want to give this particular if I want to use this particular style, okay, for title, and then just here we can give for the title, I can give comma. Okay, and I can give here as font dict. It is font dictionary, and I can give here font one. Font one is this one, right? Family Arial is a family size, and this. So if I run this particular program, the style of the font has been changed. See, font the title is in red color. Okay. Now similarly, I can change the size. Let me make it 20. Not happen. The size of that heading has been changed. The sales trend. The sales trend title has been changed to red, and this size is also increased. So like this we can change, correct? So basically it is called a dictionary, right? Dictionary because it has a key and a value, second key and value, and then key value pair. We can have more, we can define more like this. I can have font 1, 2, 3, 4, so on, and we can use wherever we want to use it. I can have font 2, and I can give here a different form, let's say Vardhana, and then this size I can make it maybe 15. Okay, and the color maybe I can make it blue. So this is a different dictionary size. Okay, which is different font, and if you want that font, just use for this title instead of font 1, I can use font 2. Now this is going to be like this. His sales trend has been changed to blue color, and the size of the text has also been changed. All right. Now I gave font 1, the font 1 is again going back to the same red color. Now there are two labels, right? X label and Y label. If I want to show this year in a different font, I can use font 2. Font dict called font 2. So now this year will be appearing in a different font. You see here, year it is appearing in blue color. See here below. Here is appearing in blue color and a different font, but units is still in the default style. Okay. Now, if you want to change that units, uh, then here also you give font dictionary equal font 2. So now both X and Y label will be appearing in a different font. See, they are both are in blue color, right? And the heading is in red. And this our chart is becoming like more more informative by giving all this style into that. All right, all right, let's go ahead and create the next category of chart. So we have seen so far the line chart, which is called as plot. Okay, uh, that is what we have used to visualize data. Okay, next we can also do something called stack plot. Okay, now stack plot is nothing but it is similar kind of plot, but then we can compare it easily. um, that is, we can still have the same x and y axis, right? Similar options, that means I have all this here, and then I'm going to plot x comma y, and then plt dot plot x comma z, and then plt dot show, right? If I give this, I'm getting a typical line chart, right? So instead of line chart, if I don't give this plt dot plot, okay, instead I give stack plot. Instead I give plt dot stack plot xyz. So what happens is it will appear in a stack format. So now you see. So now it is coming in a different format. So this is X and Y. So from this you can understand that the sales for this X was more than y around this time. Correct? Now, if I change this value drastically, then you will see the difference. And I make y very less, 10, 15, 18, and let's say 50. So now you will see that y is way too thinner than x. See, the contribution of x is much more than y all the years. Correct? So this is called a stack plot. Okay, that means we are stacking the plot on one top of the other to make the analysis easier. Got it? The comparison is way too easier in this. And of course, these all parameters you have just now learned how to change the title, how to change the label, and all that. That was a simpler code which you can follow to change it. So, what the main thing we have learned here is this command stack plot. That means instead of stack plot, if I simply give plot, then we get a typical one, right? Remaining everything is same, no change. If I give plt dot plot, if I give x comma y, okay, and here I give dot x comma p, then I get a typical chart that we have seen, right? It's a typical one. It's a typical one you are seeing. Okay. Now just change it to stack plot and then give all the variables, all the axes, and then you get the stack one. Is the only difference. Remaining all pretty much same. Okay. Um, and then yeah, legend and all you can give. Like if you want to give legend here, give legend. Now both will be displayed in that order. So legend is appearing here. Which color is for what? Blue is for Toyota and this orange is for Maruti. It will come appear in this way, right? And of course we can have more lines, right? So I can have again X, Y, Z. Let me have a P here. And have one more axis. Let's say I want to have a P. And then I have a different sales figure here. I can have let's say 80 and 60, 20, 80, 60, 20, 50, right? It's another one P. And then if I want to have P also, just give X comma Y comma Z comma P. Now I'll get a another one. So now if I run, so I'm getting a three attributes here. Okay, three. And then if you want to add a legend here, add a legend. Let's say I'm adding this as yeah. Okay. So now we have here three brands and we can see the sales. The sales is high sale is for Maruti only, the middle one, and remaining two, then less than that will be the Kia, and then it is Toyota. So this is how we analyze the data, right? We're visualizing and analyzing the data based on this. Uh, so I have here X is there, Y is there, and so what we have learned is if I give plt dot plot, right? I'm getting something like this. Okay, so this is a sales trend. Okay, so I'm getting this year wise, and this is a trend, and so on. So this is the units, and this is the year, and it goes like this. So this is a simple line chart that we had just seen. Now the same thing, if you want to view using a bar chart, right? Then instead of plt plot, you just give plt bar x comma y. What happens now? We get bar chart for this, right? So each and every year we are seeing a bar chart for the sales. So it's that easy, So that's the advantage of this particular package, that developer don't have to code all these things. They have to just use this module and apply this to get the desired result. So this is how data science, data analysis people do. So they will have, a chunk of data that we will learn in the next session about pandas module, and they get this whole chunk of data which they analyze and all that, and then they visualize using Matplotlib. Right, this is the task that they do, and it is so easy in Python, and that's why this got so popular. So got so popular in data science, in data analysis and representation, because it has a lot of powerful modules that we can use to show this kind of output. All right. Now let's move to the pie chart. Okay, so pie chart is slightly different. Okay, in pie chart we have only one axis. That is, let's say I have uh, like this, the variable itself is sales. Okay, sales I'm giving 40, 60. Let's say I give four options: 20, 40, 60, 30. And now, if I give x, no problem, just to avoid confusion. Are the parameters. Now, if I want to create a pie chart of it, okay, I just give plt dot pie of x, okay, and then give plt dot show. What happens is, by default it will come as a pie chart. You see, the pie chart has been displayed. See, all the four items are appearing over here by default, and it's just, you just see how many lines. We just use about four lines. In just four lines, we're able to create this kind of beautiful chart using this particular module, the title and all that, right? So I can give here plt dot title, so I can get the title. That's it. So I can plt dot title, and then I can give sales trend. I can give sales summary. And then if I see this, I get here uh, title as sales summary, correct? And now let's say I want to have more information. For example, I want to give labels also, right? So just give the I have to give the labels. You can give labels at, you can define a particular list for all these four items. That is, I can have here a list cars equals, give all the name, create a list of these, because we want to show all this as a label, right? I'm showing that, and then again showing the fourth parameter as yeah. So these four items are in the list, and the list name is cars. Okay, and then when you plot the pie chart, you just give here, for that list name, right? Just give there the labels. Okay, so then you'll get the label name, right? So let's, if I give here labels equals cars, Now what will happen is if I run this program, I can see the label for all these items. So now we know this green is Nissan, right? This is Maruti, Toyota, and Kia accordingly. So like this chart is becoming more meaningful and more readable. Okay. And obviously, all this size of the font and color we can change, right? Like that, like how we studied in the first session. You can just give the font names here and just give the title. And now, if you want to give the percentages, right? There's a format here which you need to just use as it is. So if I just use it like this, percentages here, you know, auto PCT is the attribute if you give in this particular format. Okay, now if I run this, I can see the contribution of this. So this green is 40%, its orange is 26%, 13%, and 20% respectively. Okay, so this is just a format string which we use percentage 1.1f percentage. If you give this particular format into this, we will get this particular um, you know output. So now I gave here 0f, that means there is no float. Got it? That means all this percentages coming in a integer format, not in a decimal format. This I have taught you when we learned um, formatting numbers. If you remember, in the formatting numbers, we have tried all these things: percentage one, zero, f, and all that. So now if I give one, I'm getting two decimals. Sorry, one decimal here. So here one decimals are coming in every percentages. If you don't want this decimal, just give 0f. Then we will not be getting any decimals. See. So now we know the higher percentages of Nissan, which is 40%. Okay, and then Maruti comes as 27%. So this is the way you help data visualization with the help of chart. That's about pie chart. And then let's go ahead and see. Now, this particular chart we can also show using NumPy. So, if you remember, we learned this NumPy module in the last class. There's nothing but an array, right? So, we can, instead of giving this list that I'm giving, right, you can also use arrays over there. That means here, I'm just using this NumPy as a module. And instead of just giving a list straight away in X and Y, that means what did we do? What did we do earlier? We simply gave a list, right? Simply gave list here like this. And for Y, we gave like this, right? This is what we tried. That means we had simply used uh, the list to plot the graph. See, now, instead of using this list, you can also use arrays because we have seen in the last class, that a lot of functionalities are there in NumPy, right? That we can have multidimensional, we can replace, we can functions, a lot of things we can do. So if it is a complex programming where we need to perform those actions into this axis, then it is better to use the NumPy instead of a list because NumPy is an array. Array will have more functionalities. With simply showing like this, you won't know the difference. But then, if you have more functionalities, like if you are capturing, if you want to display odd number, even number, if you want to have some conditions over here, then array would be your best choice. Okay, then use just NumPy array and display it in this order. Okay, so that's pretty much about Matplotlib. Hope you understood how to create the bar chart, line chart, pie chart, and how to create a stack plot.